Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Welcome to day 14 of What's on Tap Advent Calendar Spectacular Bonanza. Party in your pants all the time.
Pew, 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 fire the missiles.
Yep, firecrackers in the sky.
Exactly.
Cannot wait for what happens next moment.
It's interesting because
Extravaganza.
The package that we pulled from the sack is interesting because I know what this is.
I know. So what you're saying is I pulled your package from the sack.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's interesting because of what we've been talking about during the last 13 days.
It's
yeah! Prairie!
I'm a little excited about this one. This is one that I was kind of wanting to try.
Oh, really?
But I did not think I would get a chance to. So this is a Prairie Artisan, which we've mentioned in the past about their crazy ass expensive stouts. But we're not trying a crazy ass expensive stout.
No.
We're trying one of their imperial pastry sours with tart cherries, sweet cherries, vanilla, cinnamon, and pecans or pecans, depending on where you're from. It's called Cleveland Cowboy, and it comes in at a mild 7.9%. Basically a light beer.
Beer. But I figured you would like it. Prairie Artisan. As far as I knew when I wrapped it, you hadn't tried it.
Have not tried it. I've found that their sours have been a little hit or miss of late.
I agree.
So I'm super excited to try out what this beer offers.
This is my unknown, my dark horse.
Oh my god, that is cherry pie in a glass. Holy crap!
It does smell like it's some kind of cherry pits.
If you get the sweet cherry, the sour cherry, the cinnamon, the vanilla. Like if you're telling me there was graham cracker in this, I would totally believe you.
Right.
This smells like a cherry cobbler. Insane.
Oh, I hope you like it. Let's try it.
Give me a second, man. I just want to enjoy that smell so much.
Oh, he wants to smell it.
Because there is so if you ever had cherry pie, there's the light cherry, and then there's the undercurrent cherry of the sour cherry, and there's a jamminess in between. All right.
Jammy cherry pie, sure, but I don't think I've ever had like the American style sweet versus sour cherry that you're describing.
I will be honest with you, it's a garbage pie. No one really likes cherry pie. If they're telling you they like cherry pie, they're probably lying to you. It is not the best of the pie varietals. But let's just dig into this. But this smells just stunning. Mm-hmm. So often when it comes to these things, I'm so disappointed that the smell is just so reminiscent of a flavor profile. And then when you try it, it just kind of like breaks. Like it doesn't hold through the entire experience.
But I think you're going to say that this one just...
Holy shit, man. This beer holds through the entire experience.
It does taste exactly like it smells.
I feel like in the aftertaste, I feel like I just had a big bite of cherry pie with vanilla ice cream. The cinnamon, there's like a cinnamon nutmeggy kind of flavor that is there, but it's not it's not unbalanced. It's not overpowering. Like I don't feel like I'm just getting a big mouthful of cinnamon, or the cinnamon just doesn't really represent, because that's quite what happens in many of these things.
But right now in the aftertaste, that's all I can taste. This far into the aftertaste, that's all that remains.
Yeah. But I think this is probably where the pecans are coming in, because for me, it's not just cinnamon; it's cinnamon crust.
Yeah,
it's like flaky, doughy crust that I'm getting in the aftertaste.
I get it. I think I'm just not. It's a good beer. Mm-hmm. Don't misunderstand me, but the deeper nuances of it, I think, are lost on me. I'm not. I've had pecan in a lot of beers, but not in a lot of dessert or food here in Sweden.
Yeah, and I would say that nuts in beer are not really. I don't really enjoy them that much.
It's wasted.
I don't think they really add much to it. They're usually, like you said, wasted. They don't add a flavor component. They just usually provide some sort of weird off flavor, or they dry the beer out in an unpleasant way. But man, this beer is just hidden all like the first sip is just that like combination of sweet versus sour with a little bit of vanilla custard kind of back notes, and then it just finishes with this warm cinnamon cherry pit kind of flavor. Wow.
It's a good beer. It's a fun beer. I know exactly where to rate it, and it's not low. It is very much.
I would say this is one of my favorite beers of the calendar.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
For me, because the calendar has been so amazing, both you and I have selected some really good beers. The only clunker that I can remember is the Crooked Stave Pilsner, New Zealand.
And that wasn't even really
It wasn't a clunker. We gave it like a 3.75.
Yeah.
But that was the worst rating by far compared to all of the other bangers. This one is getting the same ratings, but we've given a few higher ratings.
I think we're going to have a huge difference in the rating
I think we are.
beer. Like, I might be the outlier on the overall ratings of this beer, I have a feeling, because I think I'm going to go much higher than you give it.
And I'm going to give it a high rating. I'm not saying this after the fact. I genuinely, when I saw this beer and I had it, I didn't have it, I owned it, I figured there's no other way I can open this beer other than the Christmas calendar with you, Stefan.
Yeah, it like we said with the West of Latina, it's a one-off beer,
Right?
That you really can't combine with anything else. Perfect calendar beer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To drink with you specifically. But for me, this is a 4.25.
That's funny. I'm giving it a 4.5.
That's so similar. I thought you were going 4.75 or even.
I thought you were going to give it a 3.75.
Oh,
So-
did I really downplay it that much?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit there for a second.
No, it's a 4.25.
Yeah, no, I could. I mean, honestly, this could be a 5 beer for me.
That's what I was thinking when you were.
It's really hitting all of these notes that just really interplay perfectly. But I'm trying to curb my personal enthusiasm versus
Never
what I think
curb your
that-
personal enthusiasm. I actually think that I think my lower rating of 4.25 might just be that I'm not. These flavors are not childhood comfort flavors for me.
These are not childhood comfort flavors for me either.
Uh-huh.
I don't really like cherry pie that much. I am not a huge cherry person in general. Like when it comes to Lambics Creek is probably one of my least favorite styles. But when it comes to just the complexity of this beer, the way the sweet balances the sour, and it's not like it's overly sweet and it's not like it's super sour. There's really just this fine interplay between the two.
It's a good balance.
And then you have this back note, this middle note of vanilla that kind of hits in there right before you like swallow the beer. And then you get this cinnamon, graham crackery, pecan-y after finish. And I mean, we've had these kind of things so many times on the show and in personal, and they just are a tragic mess of like flavors where like, all right, so it's sour, but you're missing the sweet. I don't really get vanilla. I don't even know why the pecan's there. And the cinnamon is just like eating raw cinnamon bark. But this really hits this really small scale balance of just everything. Like everything you read in the label, you taste it and you're like, I have that entire experience in my mouth. And that is not something that I can say I've had too often when it comes to what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different flavors.
Right.
And you really takes you on a journey of an experience.
I agree.
So I'm 4.75.
Nice.
Just for the pure artistry of it.
A strong 4.25 for me.
Yeah. All right.
Nice.
Man, that's
I'm
a
glad.
real winner. That's a Yeah. All right. So that was day 14. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.